Hello guys, today we'll be writing a program that calculates simultaneous equations using C++. So starting the first step is to solve this using algebra. You take values A, B, C, D, E and F to be constants and solve them using elimination method, and then you arrive at your Y and then your X. This is what will help us to write the program. So use this, or have an idea. Using this idea will solve the program on our code blocks. So let's open our code blocks and then an empty file, save empty file. Let me simultaneous si cpp. Okay, so then we'll include IO string, then using new space st main. So we'll be using a function. So let me call the function let me see, void solve. And then in this function, from what we have here, we'll be having variables A, B, C, D, E and F. So let me name them floats. A float, B float, C float, D float, E F semicolon. So we come here, and so we want the user to input values. So let's make it user friendly by saying out, enter the values. Of this the equation ui ax plus by is equal to c dx plus ey is equal to f. Let's so we'll be taking the values now. So it says in see in a b all this is the function call. C A B C D E F. So so this is the function definition, and this is where the main work is. So let's void solve float a float b float c float e float e float f. So using this, from this we say multiply equation 1 by d and equation 2 by a, and equation 1 is this. So if we are multiplying this, our result will be having d db this. Okay, so we create a variable, a float variable. Let's call it a1, and this is because we're going to be multiplying. We're going to be multiplying, and so the value of a will be changed. So we have to want a1 to retain the value of a, what, before changing the value of a. So finding the value of x, finding x, finding x. Say a is equal to a times d, then b is equal to b times d, then c is equal to c times d, then multiplying the second equation by a. Now we won't use a because the value of a has changed right from here. So sorry, we forgot to change the value. So this is equal to a. So the value of a has changed here, but a1 was changing the original value of a. So we say d is equal to d times a1, e is equal to a times multiplied by a2, a1, sorry, f equal to f multiplied by a1. So the next step is we use if statements, because we don't know all this while we don't all this during the equation we don't know whether a is going to be a negative number or positive. So also we don't know if d is going to be negative or positive. So I'll just save time by coming here Okay, so from here I said, let me copy them. I said if a is less than 0 and d is less than 0, or a is greater than 0 and d is less than 0, in this in this situation you should add the equations, because we want to eliminate the values, the coefficient of x, of y, sorry. But if otherwise, both of them are positive positive or negative negative, it should subtract them. So for this we will, let's write it. So for this question we'll have y is equal to c c plus f, plus f divided by b plus e. So note, so that is it. Then if this, so let's declare this value here as fruit y. So y, if this subtracting them, we have c minus l b minus e, then so after this, then we have so with this we'll be able to find y. So let's find x. So let me put this in curly brackets. So I also wrote down, well, I'll explain this. Okay, so substituting for this, let me substituting for x. From this we'll have let's put x is equal to c minus b divided by a. And if you look at it very closely, I got this was derived from equation 1. When you use algebra, you can substitute and substitute, make x the subject of the formula, you will get this. So but you already have y here, so whichever if loop is executed here, you get a value for y, and then this will be the value used here. So at the end of the day, let's just see out. Okay, let's make it more user friendly. I've written something down here, so I'll just copy it. So here it says, therefore for the given equation, it is giving you this to print out the values you have printed. Just make it a little bit friendly, and then to print out the values for x and y. So these are the variables x and y. So let's build our program. We have errors. Wow, we have errors. So okay, so let's says we didn't declare our values here, so sorry, that's a huge mistake. Sorry, C, D, E, F. So let's see now. Oh my goodness, we have okay. C, okay. So that's okay. So let's try running our program. See, enter. Okay. So let me 2 for A, 3 for B, 5 for C, minus 2 for D, 4 for E,